Okay, in this couple of lectures, or in these couple of lectures, that's better grammar, we are going to be talking about opportunities. Woo! We're going to be talking about sales pipeline. Now, you may or may not have this. I don't know. I don't know if everyone has this. But anyway, just a caveat, not everybody needs a sales pipeline, okay? I know for about 2 years, I never, ever used it. And it wasn't until I had someone who was more of a salesperson working for me that the sales pipeline actually ended up being a godsend. So yeah, this is something that may or may not apply to you, and so this is going to be more of an overview. But I'm going to show you how we go about doing our sales pipeline. But we're going to start first with a fresh thing. So a fresh actual sales pipeline in Campaign Builder. Before we get into that, we're going to go into the settings portion. Now, this is in the opportunities. This is where we're talking more about opportunities rather than contacts. Okay, so let's go to settings here. And down, and I zoomed in everything to see if hopefully this will help make things look better and clearer for you. And we're going to be looking under this sales settings section. You have opportunity defaults, sales pipeline, pipeline automation, and product interest bundles. Generally, we're not going to be touching pipeline automation. But Dean, that's what Infusionsoft's all about. Why do you not want to touch pipeline automation? Well, because we're going to be doing that in the Campaign Builder. Yay! Cool. Because we always want to kind of stick to the Campaign Builder, right? That's where the magic happens. Let's go to opportunity defaults. I'm going to give you some a quick overview here. So you're going to have your active sales stages here. Now, these are generally put in here. They're defaulted in the typical sales process. Okay, so you're not going to see what you see here with mine, which is, if I zoom in more, you see active sales stages are contacted with podcast scheduled, podcast conducted, contacted for webinar, webinar scheduled, webinar conducted, hosted, product scheduled, and then won and lost. Okay, so this active sales stages thing, this essentially tells Infusionsoft that all of these things are the active sales process. Okay, now if I had something up here in the very beginning that said like lead pool or something like that, then that would not be an active sales stage. And what this does is, if new opportunities are created, they won't duplicate, okay? And they won't go to another person, like a round robin. It won't go, if you have a sales team of 3 people, it's not going to go to the next person, okay? Default stage, I usually leave this blank. I'll explain why. Basically, when you try to put someone in Campaign Builder automatically via like a tag or something like that, it will not, it will... or like if you try to create an opportunity for someone like that, it will not allow. It will not. How do I want to say it? It will not put someone into a sequence, and I'll explain that when we go into the actual Campaign Builder. Here you can show your stages, your won stage and your lost stage down here, and you select which one is actually your win stage, and I select the word won right there, and then you can give the reasons why they actually are winners. Did they did the master class, but they didn't have an audience? They did a master class and they weren't technical. You can give those reasons, so later on you can see that, man, we're losing people. Like if you go to this, you can require a reason right here, but you can go and say, okay, we're losing a lot of people at this too busy thing, or we're losing too much at this didn't like us thing, or whatever. Or you can say, man, we're winning a ton of people that host a product. They're hosting a product, and we just got to keep on doing that, or whatever. I don't know. Require loss reason. I always say yes. And then right here, viewing opportunities, assigned to group. These are who can view opportunities. Obviously, anyone who is in a higher group of higher than sales rep can see this, but generally I leave it the same. I just leave all that now. I leave all of this by itself, and I actually have never used this. I think this is like a shopping cart. Like if it's used for a sense of urgency, right? So if you have your sales team, they are going to go and say, hey, okay, cool. If you buy now, you can I can give you a deal on it. Okay. So anyway, but generally that is the opportunity. That is the opportunity defaults. Now you have your sales pipeline, which we will talk about in the next video.